What should we do all of the time? You want mosquito?
Yes, please. I was gonna get my phone there. You got it in my mouth.
Who are you?
Oh, that's a loaded question. I am Sheldon. Sheldon is a gamer slash chef slash dive instructor. So I'm a master scuba diver trainer. I teach people how to dive. I take them and introduce them to my world, which I've learned to fall in love with. All good? Weird? Yep.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If it wasn't weird, I'd be worried. Okay?
Just remember, when you breathe in, breathe out. That's when you breathe out.
So the first time I was underwater, right? I think it was weird for me that the fact that you could breathe underwater in the first place, because naturally not kind of supposed to, right? So to my wonderful amazement, I was breathing underwater. And I think the weirdest part for me was the bubbles. Like, you never expect it. Sure, you go in a bathtub, you blow bubbles, you're great. You go in a bath, it's there, right? But when it's literally in your face and you're seeing clear underwater and you're actually taking a breath and staying down longer than 10 seconds, like to hold your breath, that was like I think that was the weirdest part for me. I prefer something that is harder to see, something that is more challenging on my part. So that way I'm always switched on and all my skills have to be utilized all the time, right? So that's what I kind of prefer. Deep, dark, cold, green water. It's just the nature of wrecks in general. It's historical. When I'm in a wreck, it's more the fact that I'm in that part of history. Every time I go through the wreck, for example, there are always rooms on the sides of it. So every time you pass it, there's an eerie feeling of people that used to live there before. You know, like you kind of picture it in your head where the sailors were running around, especially during World War II, because that's what the wrecks are like, right? Especially during World War II, like you can kind of picture in your head them running around at the sound of an alarm, and it's just that whole nature of it that is something I really, really love. It's just dark chasms of ghostly history. That's my favorite thing to do in the world. Like, wreck dives are my favorite thing to do, for sure.
What are you doing?
I'm diving today. What are you doing? So what drives me to keep diving? The unpredictable nature of the ocean itself. Because as much as we think we can control underwater, the only thing we can't control is our equipment. And that's it. You can't control anything else underwater. Because at any point in time, the ocean can take you, right? It's that unnerving edge when you jump in that you go, okay. So it kind of teaches you to respect the ocean a bit more, because you know at any point, especially as a diver, you know at any point, anything can happen. It's this thrill that I'm always seeking. So I'm always excited every time I jump in, even if I've been to the same dive site 100 times, I'm still excited to jump in every single time. It's the pure act of being underwater that draws me in every time. Well, when I'm in the water, I would normally think about, it depends what I'm doing. If I'm with my students, my focus is always on their safety. If I'm just diving with a fun diver, for example, I'm thinking of what I could have for dinner that day. It's a normal thought. I'm thinking of conversations I've had during the day. So,
So you never actually feel like, wow, this is amazing thing under here. It's more like, what should I renovate at home?
when I'm underwater, it's so peaceful, it's so quiet, and you're left alone with your thoughts.